afternoon, South Africa. We're back on your screens. Welcome to Afternoon Express. We are live. You're watching SABC3. I'm Bonang Mateba.
Lovely to have you in the loft. I'm Bonnie Booley. Today we're taking off our dancing shoes and we're talking about one of South Africa's best loved genres, house music.
Absolutely. We do have some legends in the loft. Very, very exciting. All the way from America, we've called her the queen of house music, Monique Bingham. She's going to be in studio. Brand new album and also celebrating over 20 years in the industry.
Yeah, we'll also be talking in depth about how house music has just really sunk its root into South Africa's national identity.
Absolutely.
Wouldn't you say?
I think so, yeah. I mean, there's a soundtrack to all of our lives and house music.
And it's always a house song.
Absolutely. But taking a break from music, we also have the director of the Titanic Exhibition, which displays actual recovered artifacts from the original shipwreck.
Can you imagine?
So make sure you stick around. We're also going to be giving away some tickets to the exhibition. We get dialing, all right, a little bit later. Make sure
because we're feeling really generous
very,
today.
very generous. As usual, tweet us at Afternoon Chat. Use our official hashtag Afternoon Express 083-913-3278. But it's not just the Queen Bees in the loft. Jay Dizzle is in the kitchen. How are you doing, babe?
Thank you, ladies. I love days like this because there's definitely a huge party going down in the loft as we celebrate with massive DJ legends. We have DJ Christos and Vinny Da Vinci in the house from Metro FM's Urban Beat. Welcome. And of course, the lovely lady Leah. I must actually thank the three of you because I'm a huge house fan, and actually it's really the only cardio I get because I'm a dancer. I like to get down on a dance floor. So welcome to Afternoon Express. We're going to be chatting to all of you a little bit later. You're looking so fab and color coordinated. That's stylish. Fantastic. Then we've got the gorgeous Amy Place in the kitchen who's going to be taking us through some quite interesting recipes, also using maple syrup. What are we making today?
So today we're making a mango maple glazed lamb rib chop, and we're serving it with green beans and mint.
Great, because of course the flavor of the season is of course maple syrup.
It is
and
indeed.
if you want to get cooking with us, all you need to do is visit our website afternoonexpress.co.za, and we'll have our recipes and of course our shopping list so that you can make this delicious dish for dinner if you want so too. Also, a little bit later in the loft, we're going to be making an absolutely decadent Italian dessert. I absolutely cannot wait for that. But right now, though, Bonnie is on the couch with our very first guest.
Now, her career started in 1995 as part of the acid jazz band called Abstract Truth. Over the years, she's gained a great following here in South Africa, and her latest album called Best of the Last is an anthology of her 20-year career and features some new music, including the hit song Deep in the Bottom of Africa, which she made with popular local producer Black Coffee. Joining us on the couch is the soulful and elegant Monique Bingham. Welcome, Monique.
Thank you so much.
It's lovely to have you. I love your hair.
Oh, thank you.
Wow, 20 years and counting, the length of your career. Would you say house music chose you or you chose it?
It kind of chose me. You know, I started out with the acid jazz band, and Maddie Heilbron did a remix of a tune I did called We Had a Thing, house remix, and that just sort of dragged me into the clubs, so.
Yeah, and you're quoted as saying that you're in the industry for the real. What do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, I'm a musician, I'm a songwriter. I'm not here to be, you know, famous or flashy or anything. That's not what I'm in it for. Music feeds my soul. It's almost like a compulsion. I have no choice.
I mean, it's public knowledge that you absolutely love South Africa. You also say that your childhood experiences drew you to South Africa in the 80s and the 90s. What were those experiences that drew you?
Well, you know, for those of us in the West, you know, the history of South Africa, it's tumultuous, but it's fascinating.
Yeah.
And to imagine that, you know, the planets would align and here I would be now, coming here, you know, for the last 4 years, 4 or 5 times a year performing, because this is the global house capital of the, you know, of the world. So it's just an amazing turn of events.
Yeah, and now you're here on a tour.
Yes,
right?
I am.
And usually when you're in South Africa, people still sing lyrics from your 1995 hits.
Yeah.
Would you say that South Africans have a unique relationship with your music and with house music?
Yeah, it's with house. There's no other place like it. These are some of the best crowds in the world. I've said it before, I will say it again. I mean, it's just an energy. It's just part of everyday life here. it's on the radio, it's coming out of houses.
Yeah,
It's,
people just love to dance here.
yeah. I love to watch, definitely.
Yeah. You've also had the luxury of working with some of South Africa's finest talent, DJ Black Coffee, Hugh Masekela. How did
Yes.
those collaborations come about?
Yeah, well, with Hugh Masekela, I always joke, you know, my mother is finally proud of me now. 'Cause
This
I
is
have that on
actually
my
a career.
Yeah, I mean, that was Ralph on his sophomore album did the record with her hand with you, and he just said, I need you to write a song, and I ended up also singing backup on it, so that was just a real feather in the cap. And
Yeah.
Coffee, who we have been talking forever, we've got to do something, we've got to
I
do
love
something.
how you call him
finally-
Coffee.
Coffee. That's my terrible New York accent. But we finally got it together and did Deep in the Bottom of Africa. I'm so proud of it. Just finished shooting the video too, so.
Yeah, that's awesome. And apparently the track was recorded 30 feet in
30,000 feet.
Yeah, 30,000 feet,
It was recorded
What
in the
happened?
sky. Well, he's all over the place. I mean,
Right.
he was in the middle of finishing his album Pieces of Me, which just went platinum the other day, and he took time aside to finish this record for me. I'm just so grateful to him for that, and also to
Right.
do the video. So lucky. Bloody lucky girl I am.
And your latest offering is called Best of the Last. Why that
Yeah.
title?
Well,
and what can
it's-
people expect from it?
Yeah, Best of the Last. It's a double disc. There's 26 tracks on it.
26 tracks.
Yeah. So we've collected, you know, pretty much most of the bigger records that I've done in the last 20 years, and then 4 new tracks on it as well. But it's Best of the Last 20 years because I'm going to be doing this until they cart me away.
Oh my
So
gosh.
it's the last 20, and now I'm getting ready for the next 20.
What is it that keeps you still so in awe of music while other people are becoming irrelevant or they're just not as excited?
I think, you know, a lot of it is luck. It really is to stay relevant, to have audiences still be interested in you. But I honestly, I feel like I have no choice.
Yeah.
I have to do this. I mean, if no one was listening, I would do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you've been labeled as a product of the NYC underground.
Yeah.
How has it evolved over the years? What is it like now compared to when you began?
You know, the music industry is constantly changing. I mean, just from 1995 to now, I've recorded on pretty much every medium there is, quarter-inch tape, 2-inch tape, you know, CDs, everything, and now it's so digital. And I think to just be able to continue to make music after all this time, with all these changes, especially in the underground, it's just a blessing. You can never tell where things are gonna go. They
Yeah.
just kind of evolve, and I feel kind of proud that I've allowed my career to just happen organically.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's the underground in New York. We're just there for the music and for the art, and who knew that all the way across the ocean that house would be what it is here.
Yeah. And during your tour, what are some of the places you're most looking forward to performing in?
I have really been all over this country, driving most of the time.
Driving,
Yeah.
wow.
So I couldn't say there's any particular place that I'm more excited to go to than any other, because really the crowds here they're amazing.
awesome everywhere.
They are.
Yeah.
They really are. So I'm
incredible.
just happy to get out there with my band this time, a live band from Tembisa, a band called Jazz Malaz. Yeah. So we're gonna be out playing all over the place. So that's something
really
new.
exciting.
That's exciting.
Well, all the best for your tour.
Thank you so
It's
much.
been lovely having you.
Thank you.
After the break, we chat to the godfathers of house, DJ Christos and Vinny Da Vinci. And in the kitchen, Jeannie makes us a mango and maple glazed lamb chops. Wow, we'll be right back.
Fresh Pack. Goodness comes naturally.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, considering the glorious summer weather that we are experiencing, I doubt that there's a few things that would smell as gorgeous to us right now than amazing chops on a braai. But we're going to be making these chops inside on our little internal braai over here. Amy, how do we get started? I can see we've already grilled these.
So we've grilled them already, but we're going to baste them with the basting sauce that I'm making now.
Great.
So it's a maple and mango glaze, and what we're going to do is we're going to put half a cup of maple in, And what's great about our maple is that it's a grade A maple, and it's actually tapped out of the trees in the Quebec forests from Canada. So it's a really special product.
Liquid gold.
Yes, and then we've got some red wine vinegar. We've got about 2 tablespoons there. And then we've got our grated ginger that we grate for your convenience. And that's just always great for flavor-wise, just to bring out the fragrant flavors. And then we've got tomato puree, which is half a cup. And we just add that in there. And then, I don't know if you want to pour the mango juice in for me?
Absolutely. And this is normal juice?
Yes,
like drinking
just
juice?
mango juice. And just pour that in there.
That looks so good already.
And then we've got our tomato sauce, which is about half a cup as well. So it's all just quite a big concoction, but it's delicious.
I'm sure.
And then we've got some onion powder there.
Okay.
Also, probably about a teaspoon. Is it not getting out? And then our celery salt is just there for a little bit of added flavor. And what's great is there's no MSG added. And then we're just going to pop it on. And then you let it go for... Am I on the wrong one?
That one.
The baby one.
Go for it.
And then basically what we're going to do is we're just going to let this boil for about 20 minutes and combine, and it's just going to get nice and bubbly and sweet and delicious.
Delicious.
And then we're going to take it from this to room temperature, and then you cool it down in your fridge. And what you'll land up with is this wonderful sauce here.
Oh, you see, the magic of TV. We really have it done for you.
All done for you.
Oh, so it's gone very thick and chunky. The consistency is almost like a chutney.
Exactly. So it reduces down, and all that water will evaporate, and it becomes this wonderful little basting sauce here.
Lovely.
And then what we're going to do is, before you start char grilling your chops, which is our beautiful lamb chops, which are never given hormones or antibiotics, they're free-roaming lambs, is you just put a little bit of olive oil, salt and pepper onto them, and then baste them as you're frying. So basically just simply like that.
Okay, so just baste while you're frying and then flip them over, baste, flip them over, baste.
So
okay, great.
what we've done is we've done 3 minutes on each side, if you want it nice and rare, and then 5 minutes if you want it a bit charcoaly and the fat nice and crispy. And then we'll take it off. So I'm going to take it off our grill here. And we're just going to place it onto these beautiful green beans.
Delicious. What a great combo.
No, it's so easy for a braai and super, super simple to do.
Exactly. I'm really quite pleased that maple syrup is one of those summer flavors at the moment, because before it was always one of those things that would stay at the back of my cupboard or in the pantry somewhere, that I would never have anything to use it with. What other varieties, I suppose, of dishes can we use maple syrup with?
Well, something that I love doing is just whipping up a little bit of butter with some maple, and it's just great to put with bread or anything.
Oh,
and then also roasting cashews as like a lovely snack to have during the day. So just put it in the oven with the cashew nuts. A firm favorite for a brunch eater is some bacon with some maple, and you just pour it over the bacon and you put it in the oven and you let that crisp up.
Excellent.
And because I love cheese, because that's what I product develop for, is a baked ricotta, and then you just drizzle some maple syrup over it.
Well, there you go.
And it's the
Delicious.
centerpiece to a cheese.
Thank you so much.
so
That looks absolutely delicious. And if you are craving these gorgeous chops just as much as I am, be sure to visit our website, afternoonexpress.co.za, for the sensational recipe. But for now, Queen Bee is on the couch.
Thank you so much, Jay Dizzle. Now, they've both played a very pivotal role in shaping the South African house music scene, and together they host one of the country's biggest dance radio shows called the Urban Beat on Metro FM. It's where you at, with multiple summer awards between them and 25 years worth of experience. They've definitely seen the music industry evolve in South Africa to what it is today. Joining us on the couch are the godfathers of house, DJ Christos and Vinny Da Vinci. Welcome to the Loft.
Thank you.
You know, I've interviewed you both, but separately and together. And the one question I said, next time I interview them, I want to know whether they remember the lives they led before they fell in love with music, fell in love with house, and, you know, were called the godfathers of house. Do you remember? Vinny, I'll start with you.
Well, I've always loved music, and yeah, I think me meeting Christos later in the years led to this today.
Yes.
And the friendship is, you know, it's huge.
Yeah.
We were friends before, we're still friends even today, you know?
And for you, do you remember what you were doing? Give me the details.
I think same. I mean, I started working in a record store at age of 9, making tea, and then eventually selling the records. And it was vinyl at the time. And just to be able to buy vinyls, because, you know, parents were like, what are you doing with this music, you know, and stuff like that. So I didn't know I wanted to be a DJ, but I fell in love with music. At one stage, I thought I could sing. Definitely couldn't.
Yeah, then you start to just... Don't say that, I might put you on the spot later. But I mean, you both met at a very interesting time. There was a radical change in terms of music, politically. We saw, you know, there was an emergence of Kwaito, the emergence of bashers. How did this friendship begin for it to lead ultimately to this incredible business, you know, venture?
I'd say, look, I mean, yes, you mentioned the fact that it was a radical time. I mean, pre-95, pre-94. And, I mean, I'll just give you a snippet of what happened. I mean, back in the day, I couldn't be seen in town at night because of fear of being arrested. And Chris, being as radical as he is, like he decided to, you know, venture into the townships. Wow. White boy, black boy, like vice versa. But eventually, because we somehow knew what we wanted to do, and we just said, look, whatever happens, happens. If I get arrested, so be it. Same here, I think. But yeah, the music, you know, pulled through. The music led the way.
It was stronger than anything else that was happening around you. Do you remember the moment you met and then you decided that I want to, you know, have this relationship, business with this, you know, with this guy for years and years and years?
I went to this club in Pretoria, Cherries, where Vinny was playing, and I was trying to promote a record that I just took out, first record actually I ever produced. And he was playing and went in the DJ box, met him, didn't know who Vinny was, gave him the record, he played it, and I think the relationship grew from them. And that was quite pre-94, I think it was like 89, 90. You know what I mean? So, yeah, Vinny was right, radical, and I think we exchanged numbers, we started talking to one another. He started coming to Caesar's Palace where I was playing in Johannesburg, in Braamfontein, and the relationship grew from there, you know?
Yeah, and then you fast forward to 1998, and then you create and give birth to DJs at Work. And in your own words, you said it was created, and your intention was to change how people see music in South Africa. How did they see it and how did you change it?
Look, I mean, we were playing a lot of international records, you know, house, and people really didn't know what house is. And, you know, because Kwaito was there, and, you know, we decided, look, let's try something different, because for us, I think it was more the same thing over and over, nothing was changing. So we decided, look, let's try something different, fuse the international stuff with, you know, a bit of the local. And then that's where DJ at Work was born. And it wasn't meant to be a project. It was a playful thing. Let's get into the studio. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
You know?
So I play around and then I, you know, create and work with Boom Shaka and, I mean, Lebo Matosa, just playing around. You know? Do you still get this nostalgia and a bit of, you know, goosebumps when you hear the music that you produced and worked? I mean, those artists are just iconic.
No, definitely, definitely. I mean, those days we used to push a lot of hours in studio. Not to say we don't do it today, but it was like studio 20 hours a day, you know, and we were trying to create something, and it worked, you know. And I guess at the time we never realized it. You know, it all just happened and unfolded, and look where we are today. And we never realized that we're just doing what we love. And we wanted to, you know, I think as a new country, we wanted to, I don't know if it's to prove, but we wanted to be somewhere. You know, we wanted to be recognized in the world. You know, so it was important for us to find ourselves and find a sound that we never had. And this is where we are today, and it's amazing. I mean, just how this whole industry has grown.
All right. I'm going to ask you a little bit more, about, of course, about DJU and, of course, your radio show and how you maintain the love. I mean, it's 7 years in with your radio show and different organizations, just the industry in general. So I'm going to be picking your brain for I'm glad you're here. That's all I can say. What an honor to be sitting right next to Winnie. And of course, Christos, if you have any questions for them, tweet us at Afternoon Chat. Use our official hashtag, Afternoon Express. But after the break, we turn our attention to one of South Africa's premier female DJs, Lady Leah. And in the kitchen, we're making a delicious sweet Italian dessert. I've got a very interesting story about DJ Lady Leah. We'll be back after this.
Give kids the gift of hearing this Christmas. Are you with us?
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Major party in the loft today with all of the hottest DJs. Now, easily one of the most successful and iconic female DJs in South Africa. She has more than 17 years in the business, has played on the biggest global stages in Ibiza, the UK, and the German Love Parade, where she had more than 1 million people jamming to her tunes. In 2009, she launched a female DJ agency called Divas on Decks, which aims to promote young and up-and-coming female DJs. Joining us in the loft is Lady Leah. Welcome. So good to finally have you here.
I'm so happy to be here.
I mean, we go to the same hairdresser, so I can't say that I don't listen to your music every single day of my life. Such a huge fan, and I know Bonang is as well. Actually, everyone in here. We fan you so hard today.
I'm hearing stories I didn't even know about.
Now, Lady Leah, I want to know your journey. Let's go right to the beginning, where Lady Leah was still little Leah. Okay. I mean, you started DJing when you were only 14 years old. Yes. How did your love affair with the ones and twos come about?
Well, all my life I loved music. I remember, you know, in school always recording music on tapes and cutting the tapes and trying to like mix the songs. And you know, when I was in hostel, they used to confiscate my radio because it was always too loud and what, you know. And then my brother was a DJ, DJ Morgan, and but he wasn't doing it very professionally. He was just sort of messing around. And when he got equipment, then I used to sneak into the bedroom when he was gone and like start pushing buttons and playing and, you know, trying to mix. So from there onwards, we both started sort of offering our services out to nightclubs in the chill rooms, you know, for free all night. We'll bring our own system. Oh, wow. You know, we'll play in the morning. We just did what we could to get gigs. And yeah, I was actually quite young when I started playing, as you said. So I was sort of a...
I mean, were you DJing in clubs before you were actually legally allowed to be in clubs?
Yes, I was. But, you know, as a performer, you come and you perform and you do your thing and then you go home. So there was no drinking or anything like that. But I was just in love with the music and the crowds and performing and just seeing how people reacted to my choice of track for that moment. Yeah. You know, it's such an amazing thing just to see how people react. Yeah. You know.
But I mean, having a look at your repertoire and your CV at the moment, you've been rated one of the top international DJs. I mean, you make those lists over the past couple of years. That's absolutely insane. You've had residencies in every single nightclub, basically, in South Africa. Yeah. How did you then get your big international break?
Well, you know, playing for so long in South Africa, you make connections and people from different countries want South Africa to be represented in, for instance, like the German Love Parade, where there's different trucks from different countries. So, and you know, South Africans sometimes move overseas and promoters, they want to do events. And for instance, in London, if you have a South African event, there's many South Africans that come out. And they all know me from there. So literally representing South Africa in all these different countries is amazing.
South African DJs do exceptionally well overseas. Yes. I know, like, every time I travel for summer overseas, I always see black coffee posters everywhere, all over Ibiza and Greece, and you name it. Goldfish as well. And I mean, you've also done exceptional, extensive European tours as well. Yeah. How well are South African DJs received on a global scale?
Well, now it's very, very well. I mean, you know, with the likes of Black Coffee and a lot of our local producers.
But what is it about us that makes people just go
you know,
mad?
We've got our own sound. And it's this, like, inside spiritual, it's just this funky, bouncy, I don't know, the tribalness. There's just a certain thing about a South African sound. Obviously, we have the very deep, and then we have the electro and whatever. So there is different styles, but you can kind of tell that it's from us. There's just so much soul in our music.
Yeah.
And I think people around the world appreciate that. And often, you know, music from other countries is quite like tinny, and there's not much like feeling in it. We really have a lot more soul.
Now, you've got your own record label, your own DJ agency, Divas on Decks, you name it. Now, do you only produce your own music, or do you work with other DJs as well, trying to establish or build their sounds?
No, definitely. I do collaborations a lot of the time. I like to find vocalists and other producers, and we kind of try and fuse our sounds together, and it really does exactly that. You know, they'll make couple of beats and I'll be in the room and you'll hear me coming through in a way. So when you are together, you make unique sounds, and I love that. I don't just want to be just me and only me. I love to collaborate with people and find new talent, you know, and sort of expose young and up-and-coming talent.
Yeah, more so now than ever. House music's absolutely huge. I mean, everywhere you go, you're listening to EDM or house or anything like that. So, I mean, what future projects are you working on at the moment?
I want to produce more. I haven't produced in the last few years because I have a little son, and he, you know, kids take a lot of time, but I wouldn't change it for the world. But now I'm going to be doing a lot more work in studio. I'm also working now helping other DJs and artists grow their career. So I'm also a booking agent, which I've been doing with Divas on Decks, up-and-coming female DJs. And yeah, you know, just playing as much as I can.
Stages all over the world.
Yes, of course.
Well, we look forward to being part of your dance floor wherever you are. Thank you so much for coming to the Loft. We're going to be chatting to you in a little while. But first, delicious Queen Chocolate Bee is up to some amazing dessert in the kitchen.
I could get used to that. Thank you, Jeannie. It's that time of the week where things get a little bit sweet in the loft. Today we're making a semaglione, which is an Italian dessert made of eggs, sugar, and sweet wine. And of course, we're using Salati Casa Snow to help us along. And Chef Giorgio is in the loft with his beautiful assistant, Mala. Lovely to see you.
Thank you.
I need to know, first of all, before we start, the background and where this stunning dessert comes from.
It's a typical Italian dessert, very easy to make. We always bring something that can be done at home by everyone, of course. And it's very simple, as you say, just eggs, sugar, and we're using Marsala wine. Can be used any type of liquid that you like. Also coffee, in case somebody really like coffee. And it's very, very easy. We make it in a few minutes.
All right.
And then can be served cold or
warm. You did say. All right, so let's start, Chef Giorgio.
We have some eggs that everyone knows. We have some sugar.
So that's just one egg?
We had 3 eggs today. We have a recipe for 6. I think with 6...
That's a lot of sugar.
60 grams of sugar. We beat it very nicely until we get almost white. So lots of energy we need. You want to do it?
No.
Okay, later. We will prepare it.
I'll eat it.
Good. And then as soon as it gets very nice and creamy, like I'm busy preparing now.
Very hot here.
Yeah,
is this just warm water that you put here?
This is hot water that we need to cook those eggs in a
But that's the thing then, Chef Giorgio, because it can cook and make scrambled eggs filled with caster sugar.
We have to be careful not to cook too fast.
So what is the secret? What is the technique?
There is water on the pot, so the bowl never touches the fire, so that will never become scrambled eggs.
All right. Okay. So the bowl never touches the pot.
Never touching the pot, never touch the fire.
The fire,
so
all right. Okay, the fire at the bottom.
The water. So now you become more yellow, more pale, almost ready. You can see. You can also write. You can see it's ready when we can start to write on top.
If, of course, I would use an electric mixer. Not all of this.
No, but by hand, keep you fit as well. It's like you go to the gym, you come to
then
the
you
kitchen. You see my assistant, how fit she is.
Yeah, very pretty, very thin.
They are all fit in my kitchen.
Yeah, because of the mixing.
Yeah, for the mixing, yeah.
You've got to work for that money.
We don't allow the electric one. So now we're ready to go on the pan, and we just moving this way for another couple of minutes until it becomes soft and firm. As soon as it starts to be warm, We have the Marsala.
Which is a white.
As I told you, there is a sweet Italian wine. We use Moscato in South Africa, Muscadet.
Yes.
It's also very, very good.
I mean, South Africa is a home of wines.
We can also use Chardonnay. For
Yes,
instance.
I was about
It's
to
nice, a wine with some flavor, with some character,
All right,
with a bit of body. So we can use also whiskey, we can use rum, you can use almost brandy, also very, very good.
But what if you want to make a substitute for, you know, for kids? You wouldn't want them to have wine or rum or whiskey?
Kids, you can also do with milk, you can do with cacao, milk and cacao, for instance. If the kids like a touch of coffee also, not bad. You know, just a touch, very lightly diluted with water. This also works very well.
This takes quite long. You need to be quite like...
It takes a couple of minutes only to get ready.
Nice and firm.
Yes.
And then is that the finished product?
And this one is the one we already prepared.
All right.
To make it a bit faster. We normally serve in the restaurant with a martini glass that is very, or any bowl or any cup that you like. We very much like to do in a glass like that, or a bowl. And then we like to give some acidity because it's quite sweet and sugary. So we add some berries, seasonal berry. Can be also
so
mango, can be
you
papaya.
do some stacking here. Come, let me help you go.
You can also.
All right, let me do one and you do the other one. So Chef Giorgio, you have to tell me, is there the fruit and then the Savignoni, then the fruit, then the...
No, just the fruit and then
fruit
we will
first?
pour on top.
All right, come on. You're making me do all the work.
Okay.
All right, see, I don't cook. Everything is all over the place. I mean, look at me. What am I doing?
You can add some berry as well, some blueberry. Blueberry on top here.
Blueberry on top there?
Yes, there as well, some strawberry.
I mean,
here we get them.
I'm hopeless.
It's okay.
Okay, I'm just going to do the one.
Enough.
All right.
More than enough, yes. And then you can...
We add this on top.
I'm coming with this one as well. This one is cold. We prepare it in advance.
Okay.
We just add it
Dollop.
on top. Go. No.
Oh, go. Of course, yes, go ahead.
Because it's something very delicious that you really want to enjoy. Okay, like this.
Is that enough?
Yes, enough.
Mala Madinka girl.
You do the other one.
Okay. Got a word for your money.
You see, it's very firm at the moment. It's been in the fridge, so it's quite cold.
It really does smell divine. I can smell the wine
smell the wine
coming through.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And now we just prepare it with the leaves. We are almost ready also with my one here.
All right.
Okay, some decoration.
Some decoration. Look at me.
You can come to the kitchen soon if you like.
No, I'm okay. I'm okay here, Chef Giorgio.
Okay, and we are ready also with our one.
Don't forget that you can find the recipe and, of course, how to make this delicious Italian dessert on our website, afternoonexpress.co.za. So this goes on top.
This one is warm now, so it can be also served. No, it's the same one that we prepare. Just a minute. This one we prepare a bit early just to make
Okay, look
faster.
at me just licking my fingers. This looks beautiful.
You should
and easy.
try, actually. You have a spoon to
I
try?
must try. Oh, boy.
There is a spoon there.
All right.
So let me know if you like it.
Chef Giorgio, good luck.
I see your
my face.
face, of course. Happy face. It has to be. Okay, you made it almost. It's quite surprising. Good. Brava. Lots of wine.
After the break, take a look at the incredible Titanic Exhibition while I try to find myself, which displays general artifacts recovered from the original Titanic shipwreck. And it's currently in South Africa, so stay right where you are because we're giving away tickets to that as well. Don't go anywhere. This is delicious. This is
sweet.
Good. Very good.
You like. Good.
Another delicious recipe brought to you by Salati Sugar. Always good, always sweet.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express here on SABC3. Just wrapping up in Johannesburg and now opening up in Cape Town, Titanic, the Artifact Exhibition is the most visited traveling exhibition in the world, with more than 25 million visitors to date globally. It will be displaying authentic artifacts recovered from the famous shipwreck by James Cameron, the director of the film Titanic, and his team, and has an authentic South African twist. With us is Expo RSA Director Nick Dreyer to tell us more.
Thank you for having me on the show.
Yeah, lovely to have you too. So what can we expect from the exhibition? What can we expect to see?
So this is the travelling exhibition that was of the artifacts that were brought up by Titanic Inc., which is the company that, when Titanic was found in 1985, just post that went 3,700 meters under the sea and found these artifacts, brought them up and created an exhibition. this exhibition then travels the world. Some of the artifacts stay in Ireland, and then the balance of the artifacts actually travel the world.
Wow, are all the artifacts real? Have any of them needed to be recreated?
The artifacts
or
are
mended?
absolutely real, and that's the amazing thing. You know, they survived under enormous pressure and pain under the sea for so many years, and to have survived is incredible. And then for humanity to have found them and to have brought them to the surface is an amazing achievement.
I mean, they must travel quite delicately. There must be, it's like...
It's unbelievable. These pieces are literally irreplaceable. So they are very, very well
guarded.
Absolutely, and they're controlled by. There's a lighting control because, of course, light affects it. Wow. Of course, you can't touch these items, and they travel with a team of American experts that mollycoddle these pieces and literally travel with them, almost in the plane with them from destination to destination.
Are there any South African links to the Titanic or the relics themselves?
Yes, there is. There's a Cape Townian hotelier called Solomon Brown, and his wristwatch is part of the exhibition. So there is a South African connection to it. It's interesting to bring Titanic, of course, to Cape Town, which is a port city, and so there's many human stories that come out, and I think it's going to be fascinating for South Africans to come and see this exhibition.
I understand you also do school programs.
Yes.
The aquarium as well?
Absolutely. Expo RSA, we bring museum-quality travelling exhibitions to South Africa. And a very, very large part of that is making sure that our exhibitions fulfill an education need and curriculum in South Africa. So Titanic actually comes with 3 award-winning curriculums, one for primary school, middle school and high school. Wow. And we have a very big schools program, and we invite as many schools to attend. And in fact, we invite all teachers in South Africa to attend for free the exhibition. That's
incredible. So there's something in it for every member of the family.
Absolutely. Okay. There's lots of interesting things in the exhibition, and it's fun for any demographic and age group.
Thank you so much, Nick.
Thank you.
If you want to attend the Cape Town leg of the Titanic, the Artifact Exhibition at the Watershed in the V&A waterfront, then today is your lucky day. We're giving away 3 family package tickets, which consist of 4 tickets each. Simply SMS your name and keyword express to 33728. SMSs cost R1.50. T's and C's apply and are available on our website, afternoonexpress.co.za.
Oh my goodness, the Titanic Exhibition. I just need that massive blue diamond.
There's a blue diamond there.
And I need Leonardo DiCaprio. Will he be there?
That's the question. But anyway, we're still in the loft of the You see, I mean, we've got incredible producers in the studio. They could...
Why do you think I dropped that in?
You never know. We're still in the loft with Lady Leah, DJs Vinnie Christus, and of course Monique Bingham. We're talking all things house music. And earlier on, I wanted to come back and speak to you about youth empowerment and how important it is. We're listening to Lady Leah, and she's got Divas on Decks, but you have a collaboration, DJs United, of course, with yourselves and Fresh and Mosquito and Greg Maluka. But what inspired, that particular organization?
It started off because I think we didn't have enough local music, and we were always importing. And, let's groom young talent. Let's go out there and do the skills development. And it paid off. I mean, in a sense, your Black Coffees, Couleur songs, Euphonics came out of that program, and Kent as well. And it was kind of, we can make this. There's nothing different. It's a matter of believing in yourself. And that's what it's all about. Right now, I think it's developed. We're at another stage now. It's what do we do with all this amazing stuff we have?
And what are you going to do with all this amazing stuff? I mean, the conferences that you have every single year, what are you going to do with the people that you meet, the DJs that you find,
more
the producers?
Parties,
more records, more albums? Have you thought about beyond that question? I love that you asked.
We have. I think we split up. Split up in the sense we can't just do it at the conference.
Yeah.
So it's kind of I groom 10, 20 people. Vinny does his share, and whoever can do it. Kind of you just groom and keep grooming because this has got to continue.
Exactly.
gotta
Now, I
continue.
want to know about your story with Lady Leah.
Oh yes, so
Or nice
interesting.
fangirl moment.
So guys, I have never freaked out over anybody, you know, and I'm obsessed. I love celebrities, but I love Lady Leah, right? So I matriculated in 2005 at Foy's High School. And you know, after you matriculate, you do the whole 5FM rage and I did that, all right? And the first party we went to on the Saturday, Lady Leah was launching her first, what's the album called?
Catch Me If You
Catch
Can.
Me If You Can song. And I was there in the middle of the dance, I'm like, who's this chick? Oh. You know, and then you get on, and then the first song you played was "It's That Do that keeps it juicy." It's that do that keeps it juicy. It's that I'm like, who the hell is this? I danced. We literally went back to our hotel like 7 a.m. The next morning, we were walking through Gateway looking for your CD, and I still have it to this day. You won't remember? You signed it.
Did I?
Oh, yeah. I made sure you did.
It's going to be worth a lot of money one day.
I can't wait. I can't
She's
wait.
like that young fan. I'll find you.
You also have a...
No, well, because I wasn't, you know, I was raised a very good Portuguese girl, not allowed to jewel, not allowed to go out to nightclub until you're 22 years old. And I went to Caesar's Palace when I was 16 years old for DJ Krista.
And that's the first time. Do you were playing
in front of the
that
speaker,
night?
raving.
Do you remember that night?
Parts of it?
Oh my goodness, don't go anywhere because we're going to take a short break. But when we return, Monique Bingham and DJ Christos teach us, treat us, I beg your pardon, to a special performance. You don't want to miss this, so stay right where you are.
Show them how much you love them with Bob Martin.
Give kids the gift of hearing this Christmas. Are you with us?
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, make sure you tune in again tomorrow for Afternoon Express. In the first 15 minutes, we chat South African actor Heike Berg. And in the kitchen, we're making sticky maple glazed barbecue ribs.
Now, but before we wrap up today, here's DJ Christos featuring Monique Bingham with a medley of Pop and Deep from the Bottom.
What I know now, a race is just a game. Brace yourself, cause you will need time. Wrap it in your mind, cause you'll never be the same again. Doo-doo, doo-doo. Oh, 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 go Negro, go find yourself. Go kneel down, go kiss that ground, cause nothing gonna really change. No, no, no. When it gets deep in the bottom, deep in the bottom.
Coming up tomorrow on Afternoon Express, we chat to the granddaughter of iconic artist Vladimir Trechikov. Style photographer Trevor Stuurman joins us in the loft, and we get under the skin with surfing champion Roxy Davis.
Another feel-good production.
Hi, YouTubers. Thank you so much for watching the show. Be sure to not miss another episode by clicking subscribe right over there. And we'll see you every day. Afternoon Express. Enjoy.